Alright, so first things first, we have Trafalgar Law. This is the new leader coming out of this set. This guy's going to be a very scary leader in the upcoming format. This guy is absolutely insane. Basically, with a minus of 3 Dawn once per turn, you may replace one of the opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less at the bottom of the deck, and then you get to play a character with 4 or less from hand. It's a very, very powerful ability. There's some really, really cool shenanigans you can do with this. He is red, purple, for life. Really, really powerful leader, and he is going to be a meta staple in the upcoming format. Another meta staple is going to be the new Whitebeard. This is Monkey D. Luffy, and he is a 6,003 life leader. For once a turn, if you have 0 Dawn or 8 or more Dawn, you can add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck to your hand. That part is cool and all, but the big part about him that matters is that he is a red-purple leader that has 6,000 attack, which is absolutely insane. There's only 2 other leaders in the game with 6,000 attack, and that would be Yamato, and of course that would be Whitebeard. Yamato can only become 6,000 attack during your opponent's turn, and that's if she has 2 or less life. And Whitebeard is always at 6,000, but he loses life every turn until he's at 0 life, which is pretty devastating, but he's still the best leader in the format, so you must respect the Whitebeard. And then, of course, for our final leader, we got Useless Captain Mid. Nah, I'm kidding. I love this guy. Kid is one of my favorite characters, so I'm glad he has a really amazing leader. He already had an amazing leader in green, but now he has a red-purple leader, just so much cool. Basically, on your turn, if you have 4 more life, this card loses 1,000 attack, but that's to balance it because he's a split leader with 5/5. And then he basically has the effect where -1 Dawn, this leader gains 2,000 power this turn. So basically, with the cost of minusing 1 Dawn, he's a 7k, which is really, really insane. So I think this leader is slept on. A lot of people aren't playing Kid, but I think he is just as powerful as Law and as Luffy. People just have not been playing him correctly. So I can't wait to make a deck profile on him as well. He is absolutely insane. So that is our 3 new leaders in this set. I'm really excited to go over the new cards, especially since the next new card is Monkey D. Luffy himself. Now this card is the best level 10 monster in the game, besides either Big Mom, Aokiji, Doflamingo. Never mind, who am I kidding? This card is absolutely cracked. So it is up there on one of the best cards in the game. We get 2 during the structure deck. I wish you had 4, but it just means you gotta buy another one. But basically this card says, hey, I'm a Rush 10 drop with 11,000 attack. I'm a Straw Hat, so you can search me with Nami or with Return to Sabi Archipelago. And in one turn, if your opponent blocks any attack from any of your units or your leader, he can KO an opponent's character with 8,000 or less power. This is an absolute must-have 4-of if you're playing any Straw Hat package with red in it. This guy is a boss monster to Zoro. He is a killer card, and he's going to push for game very, very easy. So this card is a must-have, going to be a must-have 4-of in Straw Hat decks. So this card's absolutely insane. We have the new 4K blocker Trafalgar Law. This card's absolutely insane as well. 1,000 counter, 4 cost, 5,000 attack, blocker, and then he has on play -1 Dawn. And then if your opponent has 7 more cards in hand, rip 2 cards out of their hand randomly. Really, really powerful blocker. He's going to be a staple in all purple decks going forward. If you have purple in your color, you'll be playing this Law. This Law is absolutely insane. He's probably one of the best blockers in the game with Borsalino and Law himself. Law's has really always been a great blocker. The 5-drop Law is great, and this 4-drop Law is great. And of course, we have the other purple staple here, Useless Captain Kid. This card's absolutely insane. Like I said, the 2 best cards in the deck, you get 2-ofs. This card is absolutely insane. So this card basically says, hey, on play or when attacking -1 Dawn, your leader gains 1,000 power this turn. And this is during his summon or when he attacks. So he's like the Nami, the green film Nami, where on summon or on attack it searches. This guy says, hey, on summon or when attacking, -1 Dawn, your leader gains 1,000 power permanently until the end of the next turn, which is really, really insane. So basically, if you're playing this card and let's say Monkey D. Luffy, you summon this guy, your Monkey D. Luffy becomes a 7k for the whole turn and your opponent's turn. Meaning most leaders are at 5k, meaning they gotta put 2 Dawn on any character or leader just to swing at him, which is really, really intimidating and really, really powerful. So it also protects you really, really well. Also, he stacks. So if you have a Captain Kid on field and you summon another one the following turn, and then you use both their effects, his swing attack and his on summon effect, you just gain 2,000 power for free. It's absolutely nutty, absolutely stupid, and is a must-have 4-of in the deck as well if you're playing purple. Really, really insane card, and I can't believe this card exists. Now we have Zoro himself. This is a reprint Zoro. I'm super excited. Got a nice coloring. I'm probably going to update this in my Zoro deck. Same thing goes for Nami herself. She was recently just banned, but they walked back the ban. So now, hey, we have this beautiful Nami. Oh, we only get 3 Nami? Oh, no, 4 Nami. There you go. There you go. We get 4 Nami. This is absolutely insane. These are both insane cards, and they are must-haves in Zoro and any Straw Hat build. I'm super excited for the recoloring. It's just really, really beautiful. And we get the brand new Sanji. Now, this Sanji is absolutely cracked out of its mind. It's basically, to me, replacing the 5k Luffy, basically, or you're going to play both, which you can also do as well. But basically, this Sanji is a rush if your opponent has a character with 5,000 or more power. And he's a 6 cost, 1,000 counter. He's just absolutely insane. It's one of the best cards ever printed. And speaking of best cards ever printed, we also have Jinbei, a new 2k counter for the Straw Hats, which is absolutely insane. This card's also... Oh, we only get 2 Jinbeis? Ooh, I don't like that. I wish we got some more Jinbeis here. He's one of the best 2Ks in the game. I'm actually kind of sad if we only get 2Ks, but whatever. We also have 2 Killer. Now, Killer's going to be played in a couple of different purple decks. He's interesting. He's a 5 cost 6,000, where basically your turn, when a Dawn card on the field is returned to the Dawn deck, KO opponent's character with 3 or less costs, which is a very, very powerful effect. He doesn't rest himself too, so you just keep him on the field, and every time you use like a minus Dawn effect, he just KOs a card, which is really, really powerful. It does say once per turn. It does have to be your turn, however. So I wish if it was just this, he'd be broken. Because that means even on your opponent's turn when you minus a Dawn, you're KOing at 3 or less, which would be insane. But he does say on your turn, which kind of sucks. But he is a 6k, 5k, 1,000 counter Kid Pirate. So you can't underestimate him. He is pretty good. And, of course, you do get 4 of him. So, hey, look at that. And now we got to talk about Penguin and Sachi. Penguin and Sachi is another must-have in Red-Green Law. Oh, not Red-Green Law. I want to say Red-Purple Law. My bad. This guy is absolutely insane on play if you have 3 or less Dawn. If this card can add 2 Dawn for your Dawn deck to them as rested. So the idea with Law is that Law minuses 3 Dawn in order to shuffle back a character, and then he plays a 4-drop. So what you do is you summon, you use Law's effect, put back a 3k from your opponent's field, then you summon a Sanji or Penguin, and then they'll add you back 2 rested Dawn. And it's like you never actually lost anything, which is absolutely crazy. This card is a must-have 4-of in exactly Law decks because it's absolutely insane in Law decks. Not to mention he's a 5k 4 counter, 1 counter, which is absolutely insane. Another purple staple is John Bart. John Bart is just a really great card. Basically, on play, with one Dawn you use, basically you add a Dawn from your deck to hand. So basically, you need 5 Dawn to use him. But on 5 Dawn, you can play him, rest a Dawn, and then get another Dawn, which is really, really solid. John Bart is just a really, really powerful search card that allows you to get Dawn very rapidly. Another really, really powerful purple card is Heat. Heat is absolutely insane. Basically, when you minus a Dawn, when a Dawn is returned from your Dawn deck, basically, he gains 2,000 power. So he becomes a 6k, which is really, really powerful. And he's just a 1 cost, 1 counter, 3,000 cost, and 4,000 attack. So the fact that he is a 6k is absolutely insane. And then, of course, we can't go without Law without talking about the Beppos. Beppos are absolutely insane. This card is another card you want to summon off Law's ability. Basically, on play or when attacking, if your opponent has more Dawn than you, which they always will because you're always putting back Dawn, you can add 1 Dawn for your Dawn deck to the hand as rested, which is absolutely cracked out of its mind. So this card is another must-have in the deck. And of course, we also have Wire. Wire is another monster in this deck. I think he's the last monster we gotta discuss today. He's interesting. So he is a blocker, and then once a turn when a Dawn is returned to the Dawn deck, you draw one, trash one. So that's pretty cool. The big thing about this card is that it is searchable with our new search spell, because the Kid, Law, and Straw Hat cards are searchable with that spell. So he's a decent card. I can see him seeing play, but out of all the new cards, he's probably the weakest. But everything else is a staple going forward. These are great reprints. This is a must-have 4 of in a deck. This is a must-have 4 of a deck. And all of these are must-have 4 of the decks, depending on your build, which is really, really cool. So I'm really excited to go over the spells. So let's do it. But first things first, let's put the leaders right over there. Let's talk about the new Red Rock. We have Giant Gum Gum Sumo Slap. This card is absolutely insane. It looks like you get 2 of them, where basically... Oh, this is not the new Red Rock. My bad. This card is... this is another counter card. So, my apologies. The new... no, actually, no, wait. I'm right. Hold on. Let me read this thing. Up to your opponent characters gain 2,000 power, and then KO opponent's character 2,000 less power. So, it's not the card I'm thinking of, but it is pretty cool. I think it's this one, Gum Gum Gone Gauntlet. There you go. This is the new Red Rock, where 5-cost card, during the main phase, KO opponent's character with 7,000 or less power. This card is absolutely insane, and it's going to see a lot of play in red decks going forward. This is the card that's replacing Red Rock, or is this going to be added with it? Not Red Rock. What am I thinking? You know what I'm talking about. The fucking Jet Pistol. My bad. And then finally, we have Punk Vice. This is the new spell. It's a counter card, or on, no, is it on play? It's on play. Man, I'm getting these all fucked up. My bad. Basically, on play, you arrest opponent's character with a 2 or less cost and add a Dawn for your Dawn deck to hand. So it arrests 2k counters, or blockers, I meant to say. And then you basically get to ramp up, which is really, really cool. That is it for the deck, for this opening. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.